Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Prancing Pony Podcast Plays. And I keep looking down at my streamer X to make sure that I don't have the pad activated that makes me sound like I'm on helium. Ever since that one time, that's going to live down as like the ultimate long-term joke from the Prancing Pony Podcast Plays. All right. Well, thank you, Katie, for getting everything set up on both YouTube and Twitch. Right now, the chat overlay is up and running. So, folks, if you want to see what's going on with the other channel, that's certainly your option there. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll handle those first before I dive into another stream. This time, we're going straight into the epic in Lord of the Rings Online with Hilburn, the River Hobbit, in the Trollshaws, trying to find that ninth Nazgul. So let's take a look real quick and see if there's anything going on. No, nothing going on in chat yet, but that's all right. Things will happen later. Why don't I go ahead and get started on the game then? We'll turn off chat overlay and let's move this screen over. Let's see. Once again, if you see my head tilted over this direction, that's because I'm looking at the screen where the chat is. Or I'm looking over here to see if Katie has put anything in the feed for me to make sure that I catch. Trollshaws. Now, while I was gone, that is since Tuesday, I've gone in with my other characters, the ones who have the ability to craft medium armor, so a tailor, in my case, Halagrim, as well as a woodworker and weaponsmith. That's my main, Durthal, who can craft daggers and swords and such. And I have made, and then also my jeweler. So I've made a bunch of gear for our little friend here, for Hilburn. And right now he's equipped with some upgraded weapons, looking good. But then more than that, when he reaches level 40 here, which should happen, as we know the other night, it just moved so quickly. We have an entire level 40 set of armor and weapons and jewelry waiting for him. So that'll be his prize once he gets there. In the meantime, I'm going to dismiss the anniversary celebration on this character. Let's go ahead and get this gift out of the way. Oh, what do you know? One of these is the Tome of Extraordinary Experience. Combine that with the redemption of a couple of perks of accelerated experience, and we should have a really nice time getting up to level 40. Yes, Trollshaws might be easier to navigate than Umbar was. Katie and I hopped on real briefly to LotRO the other day with our leveled characters, so Halagrim and Lily, and enjoyed a little bit of time doing the epics in Umbar. But man, that city is a pain to navigate. All right, let's take a look here. We need to go down into the Trollshaws. Oh, I also messed around a little bit with leveling some of his crafting so that the next time we get some stuff, both Forester and Prospector have completed the expert tier. So we're working only on pristine leather, Levithron wood, dwarf iron, and platinum. So we don't have to worry about the lower tiers anymore. And that's good. All right. The Watcher, you finally get to watch live. So you're the live watcher. A big screen view of the game. Oh, hello. Hello. Yes, you will, because I wasn't paying attention. Sorry about that. I was not paying attention to that at all. Thank you. All right. Table of Durin, welcome. What's up? All right. Let's see here. I do need to eventually get him some food, some better food. Oh. All right, slide on down, buddy. Boom. Nothing a broken ankle won't help with. Oh, look, resources. All right, so what we're supposed to do here on this quest is find some sign of the missing Nazgul. And if you find yourself without a full fellowship, it may draw upon inspiration. That's the elf stone that I have in my inventory. All right. So we're going to move some of these over. I think maybe when we get to it, we'll we'll power up the Tome of Extraordinary Experience once we actually get to where we're headed. Though that's the thing, I don't remember exactly how to get there. Ah! Those things. Those annoying cave digger creatures. I bet this is it. This up in this area here with the... Is it going to be on the other side of this? Just making a beeline. Oh, well. Making a beeline for the ring. Yeah, you know, you hear enough cave digger sounds and you start to be able to make them. Ah! All right. I think I messed up. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe the other side of this hill. Probably because now we got bats. Why did it have to be bats? Oh, fine. If I end up killing 6 of them at least, I'll finish a quest. I'm moving all the crafting resources over here so I don't accidentally sell them later. And I think this is where we're headed. Yeah, pretty sure. All right. Pan, hey, there you go. Hilburn has joined. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Find some sign of the missing Nazgul. We're not in the area yet where I need the elf stone, but that is going to happen. And when that does, that's when I'll... You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and boom. So for the next hour, I'll actually double the experience. Strength swells within. Here's a place where you can draw upon inspiration. So now I click the elf stone and it boosts me up quite a bit, as you can see, giving me additional morale and additional power. It should also give me some extra other boosts. But let's go ahead and turn on some light oil. That means my weapons will do light damage, which should help if I'm facing off against any sort of undead. In this case, it's not an undead guy, but hey, you know, if the Corkers want to die, they can die. The Hillmen of Minas Agor. Okay. Through the cleft. Well, that's the thing. It's been so long since I've done this. Yeah. All right. Fun times. Oops. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Oh, a lot of good enemies in here. Oh, a Bloodsworn. Hey. So apparently this place got cleared out by somebody. Probably that person we saw coming out of the cleft. Oh, why did I pin a hurler? There's no point to pinning the hurler. Oh. Wow. Oh, hello. There was a purple creature over there. I need to watch out. This might actually be the first time I've really used an elf stone in these early quests. Back in the day, I actually did have people that... So there's a Cargul Searcher. The fact that they're purple suggests that I would get my butt quickly killed by them. They're level 75. So I don't want to activate those guys. Flies buzz about the corpse of a black horse. Collected bridle of the black steed. Bring that back to Eladon. All right. Yeah, I'm going to get out of here before that level 75 guy has some words for me. Actually, if I can kill 4 more of those... 4 more of those... No, there aren't any. I don't want to run into those Cargul. That... Tell me, that would get me killed, right? They're purple? They're purple. That's like not even close to a joke. That's That's a bad idea, right? Okay. All right. I'm just going to port right back to Eladon. Yeah, I'd like to learn more about the Karagul. And the SUV goal and the truck goal. Your tale begins to fill in this puzzle for me, Hilburn, and I think I now see what has happened. Caught between the remainder of Frodo's company and the raging of the Bruinen, the 9 were forced into the torrent, but one escaped in the chaos. Near death, his steed bore him through hidden channels into some place where, nearly formless, he gathered his strength. His horse he abandoned, and he vanished into the wild. Without his cloak, he would be all but invisible to us, a malice on the wind. If he takes it onto himself again, it is only to give shape to his strength. It means he has survived the ordeal unharmed, and will surely strike at us again. We are running out of time, Hilburn. All right. He's offering me his pants. Eladan is saying, here, have my pants. I mean, no, thank you. You may keep them. But it is yeah, well, I don't want your pants, man. We know more than we did, Hilburn, but we do not yet know what we must, for the safety of all those who live or journey in this region. The whereabouts of the missing Nazgul. His steed was our greatest ally in this search, for while he could remove his cloak and remain nearly unseen, his horse was a mortal creature, and its physical trail could be followed. With the creature now dead, either from exhaustion or at his master's hand, our ability to track the Nazgul is lessened. Lessened, but not gone, perhaps. I would ask you to return to Imladris and to consult with Lord Glorfindel, for he is accounted very wise, and also very old, and may have some stratagem which we have not yet tested. He keeps close counsel with my father, and with Mithrandir, and often contemplates near the falling water by my father's house. He may be able to help us find this missing Nazgul. All right. I'm going to go ahead and cancel, or at least remove those. Let's take a look, though, before we go all the way over to Glorfindel and Rivendell. Looks like there are still some other ones that we need to do here. Probably not the Angle of Mithathel. They want me to journey to the campsite at Gyrond. I'm going to talk to Anhabir, who is also in Rivendell. Never mind. Maybe that's where I want to go. And a road seldom traveled. Echad Candeleth. Let's take the steed to Echad Candeleth. Somehow I knew you would take Eladan's pants. I need to do some word nerdery on some of the place names because, you know, they all do a lot of word nerdery here at LotRO. Oh, hey, wait a minute. I'm sorry. If you think I'm going to go pass by heavy Lebethron branches, you're wrong. All right. Let's go talk to...
What can I do for you?
Oh, except I forgot to actually get to the white marker. The white marker is all the way up there on the main road. Oh, that was just unfortunate, wasn't it? All right. Looks like some folks here have some rings to chat through. Oh, and what do you know? I have a deed. The Wilds of Talbruinen. You know, I'll come back to this for now. I'm not gonna take these quests. I am gonna pop over to Rivendell because 2 quests require me to get over there, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that now, including the epic, which is really where we want to focus today anyway.
How can I be of service?
You are welcome to Imladris, Hilburn. These are times of trouble, but for now at least the curtain of shadow is held back, and we meet in peace. You bring grievous tidings from Eladan, but they are not entirely unlooked for. I feared that not all of the Nazgul were claimed by the Bruinen. This stray servant of the enemy will leave a mark on the wilderness. You may have already done so, and we can use it to track him. I give you my beryl and ask you to hold it aloft to the fort of Bruinen. Return to me once you have done so, and we will speak further. Okay. He also has another one called Glorfindel's Company. He'll send me to Tinandir, which I'll accept the quest, but I'm not going to do it right now because it's all in a whole other region. Open up all of that area. What he wants me to do is basically go all the way to Anuminus and to where here? No, that's dwelling. Tinandir, the island, of course. And that's a whole nother region, a whole lot of quests. It's a lot of fun. It just gets me to make. Well, now they have boats. You see these little boats where you can take little hops across the lake. Early on, all you did around here was swim, 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 swim. All right, House of the Master. Talk to Enhabir. He is in Rivendell. So let's see where he is on the map. He's up at the top of the road. Okay. Whoa. Almost went down into the river. Now, we were here once in an instance, I think it was, or maybe an instance took us here and then left us here, but it sure is nice to see the last homely house, isn't it? I'm just going to pause and let y'all enjoy the sight of the last homely house. There we go. A little better without all the shrubbery. It's a beautiful place. And we're going to get on my horse and we're going to go find Anhabir. They have boats now. Yes, they have boats now. We used to have to swim both ways uphill. Let's activate this stable master while we're here.
Hail, friend, and well met.
Now, some people have said, isn't this a little bit like Corey Olsen's Exploring the Lord of the Rings? And I said, no. First of all, I don't know half of what he knows. Second, I don't run off the bridges here in Rivendell. Massive respect to Corey Olsen, of course. He's a friend of mine. I would not have said that if he weren't. There's Anhabir. May Govanen. You come from Eladan and Elrohir with messages from Master Elrond? Then I will send you speedily on your way. From here, follow the road east, which is actually that way. Continue to follow, crossing the first bridge, follow the road north and northeast. You'll soon come in sight of the last homely house. Or you could just use a mithril coin and talk to Glorfindel like we did. All right. Now I'm supposed to go back down and talk to Elrond, so I shall. But then I have to go back to the Fort of Bruinen. Not the Chevy of Bruinen, not the Dodge of Bruinen, but the Fort of Bruinen. So that means I'll take a horse to the scouts camp and then go down the hill. And that'll also give me a chance to clear a road seldom traveled. But let's do that after we've spoken with Elrond. We definitely stand Dr. Olsen in this house. 1,000%. I will never not be grateful for the fact that when Sean had to step down from the Prancing Pony podcast and I reached out to a bunch of my Tolkien friends to co-host season 7 with me, Corey was the one to step up and say, I'll take the first batch of episodes. High pressure, right? Coming in and try to just help me and help our listeners transition to a new way of the PPP. And he did just a great job there. So I actually do need to get a new clay bar treatment. There's been some stuff. It's time for me to get and Caligon all taken care of. But I wouldn't ever go to the dealership for that. So no. Wait, I'm in the wrong spot. That's the word horde. Of course it is. Where is Elrond's library? It's on the other side, right? You'd think I'd remember this. I've been here so many times with other characters. Hilberno has not been here, so of course he could, be forgiven for forgetful. That's the Scholars Guild Hall. So that means there's Elrond's library. Oh, I almost fell down the staircase. The music's fantastic. Whoop. Oh, Master Elrond.
Will you lend me your aid once more?
Greetings, good river hobbit. How may the Master of Rivendell be of service to you? What is this you say? A gaunt man has been raising wights in Antornaeth. My son was correct. This deed cannot go unchallenged. Thank you for bringing word of this to me. I will see that the evil is purged from the ruins.
Will you lend me your aid once more?
Be assured, Hilburn, the evil that remains in Antornaeth will be dealt with, though I must consider the best course of action to ensure that it is so. In the meantime, you should take the opportunity to rest. Rivendell is a refuge to all who come in peace. There are indeed some in this house already who have taken a pause from their trials. You should seek them out and speak with them. Bilbo Baggins spends much of his time in the Hall of Fire, performing the songs and poems he writes for his friend, Lindir. You may also find Gandalf the Grey in Bilbo's apartments. He has many concerns, but Frodo Baggins is his greatest. You should seek them both out while you are here. All right. Oh no, I'm not going to take any missions, but there are some good ones. This thread of missions is actually really good. Oh, wow, so many messages. Reputation changed. Ally to the elves of... Oh no, I've earned friend, so now I got to earn ally. And now I can be called Rivendell friend, and I've been given a whopping 10 Lord of the Rings points. Oh no, what am I going to do with such a stash? All right. Whoop. The statues here are just fantastic. All right. All right, so I think what I want to do, complete the Riddle Game quest arc and complete Frodo's Burden. Bilbo Baggins is in the Hall of Fire on the north side of the ground floor. Gandalf's in Bilbo's apartments on the south side. So we're going to speak with them. Oh, I'm not on the ground floor yet. Wait, this is Elrond's hall. That's not where I want to go. I want to go to the Hall of Fire. The Hall of Fire, the Hall of Fire. I stepped into a burning Hall of Fire. Well, look who's here. Hello, Bilbo. I know I saw you before when I popped over to Rivendell, but you didn't have a ring over your head. Now you do, so you might speak.
Would you like to join our game?
Hello there, friend hunter. I wonder if you could help out an old hobbit who's not as spry as he used to be. Lindir and I are playing a friendly riddle game. Here is his latest. I often hold your hand, but I have no hands wherewith to hold. I often sleep in summer, but I do my best when it grows cold. I often lose my mate, but I feel no sorrow, if truth be told. If truth be told, I'm quite stumped. Speak with Lindir about it. Could be he's forgotten an important line or two. Actually, I don't know. To me, this sounds like gloves or mittens, right? Hold your hand, but I have no hands. I sleep in the summer, but do my best when it's cold. I lose my mate. Well, that's like all my socks, so.
Sweet like maiden.
I thought for once I would try one of the homely riddles that Bilbo loves so well, rather than an involved mystery of elf lore. And so it seems that with his mind in the clouds of cinder and poetry, our friend here cannot solve old-fashioned riddles of the hobbit kind. But I will give you the hint I gave Bilbo. The answer to this riddle can be found here in the last homely house. Just find the answer and bring it here to solve the riddle. All right. Well, And now what? Am I supposed to wander around? Hello, do you have a glove? Do you have a glove? Is there a glove over here? Seems rather... Oh, this guy's got a ring, though. Halder, what do you... Oh, it's the fishing...
Will you lend me
Now
my
that you've learned the ways of the fisherman, you'll need supplies. Oh, he's in Tal Bruinen, so at least when I get over there, I can talk to him. So I'm looking for a glove, apparently, but let's go talk to Frodo and Gandalf. Oh, it seems, I don't know. Is there a glove up here? Hello, glove. It's just silly. I'm supposed to hunt this place for a glove. I already know the answer. Why do I need a clue? I do love the lighting in here. I know it's not real 3D lighting. This isn't, ray tracing. The game is nearly 2 decades old, but it's still pretty. It's still pretty. All right. Heading back out, trying to see if I can spot Frodo and Gandalf. Maybe one of them has a glove I can borrow. Is this where they are? Guest chambers. Nope. You must complete book 12, chapter 10, which is not where I'm at. So maybe it's this one. Bilbo's room. Well, it's Frodo and Gandalf, but not a glove to be seen. Ooh, that's creepy. Why is there... Oh, because Frodo has the ring. There's dread. See, as I hover over, I notice that little feeling there. All right.
Perhaps you would lend me some aid.
I do like the voice they used for the Gandalf in these games. This game. Yeah, check the laundry room. Mystery of the Missing Glove. Katie, you're right. I am nicer to the NPCs during the live stream. That's fair. I have need of an adventure. Oh, no, this is Gandalf. I have need of an adventurer, Hilburn, and it may be that you will serve nicely. My friend Frodo here will soon be leaving on an errand both urgent and secret. Hobbits are remarkable creatures, and Frodo is more remarkable than most. He has stepped forward to accept a charge that would daunt even those counted most brave in all the annals of the world. Do not ask me about his task, and do not ask Frodo either. He may wish to speak of it, but it is better that he do not do so. I do ask you this. Speak with him and gauge his feelings. Much depends upon his courage and good hobbit sense, but I am loath to send him into danger if he is not prepared for what he may face.
It is a pleasure to meet you.
I am pleased to meet you, Hilburn. You are a friend of Gandalf? Indeed, he is very mysterious. I am sorry, I'm not entirely myself today. There are a lot of things on my mind, you might say. This is a place of rest, and I know that Bilbo is very happy spending his days riddling and singing in the Hall of Fire, but it just feels like I'm so far from home. Would you take a walk with me? The cool air will do me good, and I would very much like to hear about your adventures. I'm trying to figure out why I'm so much taller than Frodo, and I'm just a hobbit. I mean, anyway. Miriam, I will definitely, when I go back outside, I will do that. I might even have the chance now. Oh, but it's a nighttime instance. There we go.
My hope that those whom I have sent to watch over the hobbit will determine if his mind remains strong enough for the task of reaching completion.
All right, let's talk to Frodo. Walk is just the thing, Helvin. You can tell me about your adventures. There's nothing I like quite so much as a good adventure story. Real adventurers somehow aren't the same, are they? You're welcome, Miriam. And folks, if you do not know about the book that Miriam has just had published from, blanking on the name of the press, Miriam. It's Tom Shippey's press. Then I can't believe I'm absolutely banking on it. Her book is fantastic. Katie, if you could post a link, it'd be it's just a great. In fact, let me get you a link, actually. Hold on a minute. I might actually be able to post that to myself. Hold on one second. Okay, and there we go. Uppsala Books is the name of the publisher. All right. Oh, Frodo has gone off without me. I'm supposed to walk with Frodo. All right. I'm sorry. I'm not very good company tonight, am I? Well, apparently not. I let you stroll on. Frodo, don't be so hard on yourself, young man. There is something I need to do, but I am afraid. I'm afraid for my friends. They love me too much to let me do this myself. Now, the link I sent you or posted is to the hardback, but there's a link underneath it for the paperback as well. I almost wish they didn't. I don't mean that. I should be happy that I have such good friends. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. Yes, Katie, but he only came of age 17 years ago. I wish that were the case for me. I will have many strong protectors after all. Master Elrond did not wish for me to be alone, and Gandalf will be with me too. He would never let anything happen to me. Mr. Frodo! Mr. Frodo! There you are, Mr. Frodo. You shouldn't go off by yourself, you know. I've always said that a nice walk in the night air will do wonders to clear one's head, and it seems that I was right. I feel much better now, Hilburn. I enjoyed our conversation. If I see you again, we'll have to have another. When I see you again, I mean. Thank you again. Maybe things are not quite so grim after all. You finished your walk with Frodo. Hello, Gandalf. He remains as high in my esteem as ever he did, Hilburn, and I thank you for accompanying him. He is made of stern stuff, our Frodo, and his worries are natural. They will give him strength in hard times rather than bring him to weakness. Frodo will be fine. I thank you, Hilburn. May your travels bring you out of danger quickly, if they chance to bring you into it. Okay, we're going to finish that. Probably Punker Live, because of Shippy's fascination with his, and knowledge of the Viking tradition. You know, he wrote that book, Laughing Till I Die. Fantastic. So I'm sure that's connected to it. Though Miriam would probably be in a better place to answer that one. Find an item that solves Lindir's riddle. I know what it is. It's a glove, but somewhere in the last. So, like, really, seriously, I'm supposed to just like wander around until I find one? I'm not so keen on that. Oh, hey, gloves. What do you know? I just randomly spotted some gloves. So let's go talk to. Oops, got stuck under the staircase there. The answer fits like a glove, does it not? It's Bilbo's turn to present a riddle. Lindir outfoxed me. I was rummaging through all my stock of small stock of elf lore, searching for some poem or tale. Should have been thinking more prosaic things, after all. I wonder if you could answer my next little puzzle, though. I would like to offer one of my poems on elven lore, but I dread Lindir's gentle laughter more than a goblin's sword. So I will follow his lead and make another homely riddle, one that I'm sure you can solve by finding another item here in the last homely house, of course, because somehow I've gotten dragged into this. Here it is. A long beard I have of bristly hair, but no chin or cheek on which to bear. Many hands hold me with ne'er a caress, yet I'm e'er the first to clean up a mess. Oh, come on now. It's a broom. Where am I going to find a broom in Elrond's house? You know he doesn't leave those things just laying around. He does, Katie, but that's probably just not going to eat you. You know, I mean, that's the thing. The whole "I will eat you if you lose the riddle" game makes you a really unpleasant foe in the game, Gollum. So, all right. Hopefully, we don't have to actually explore the rooms. We just need to like look in the public halls and see if there's a broom somewhere around here. I'm sure I could look it up on the wiki and cheat and find out where it is. And maybe it's out on the porch. It is not on the porch. And doesn't appear to be down here. Let's go up to the third floor. Well, maybe it is in one of the rooms, like the library, perhaps. Well, this is annoying. All right, we're going to give this another couple tries before I decide to go ahead and just go to Garbert, since I can port to him and do some stuff over there so that I'm not wasting the 60 minutes of increased experience rate. I don't see any brooms. Oh, shoot. Oh, I didn't break my ankles that time. That was nice. You could see me cringing like it was about to happen, wasn't it? Yeah. All right. Boop, boop, boop. Let's go back out. You know, let's take a look here. Oh, I forgot. There's an armorer here that I need to talk to about that bear hide. So let's port to that guy because I don't know where he is. Oh, he's way up and over here. So the last homely house, as you can see, is over here, the east side of the valley. And I just ported over to the west side. All right. Bear hide armor. Do I want that? No, it's nowhere near as good as what I've got, but I want to finish the quest. I've reached level 39 and can now purchase legendary books from my class trainer to start working on legendary deeds. Do they even have that? Are they still doing that? Because I think that's one of the things they got rid of, isn't it? All right, let's port. Not port, because I don't think I can now. Let's get on my horse. We're going to head back over to the last homely house. And we're going to go back to the... Oh, my legend grows. There's always bigger game out there, friend. Enclosed, you will find an important piece of information. I would have you read it and then visit me. So I have a quest item now. It's a letter from Flambard, Took, the trainer. I shall accept. No, I'm gonna try one more place for the broom so that I can finish that particular riddle. And then we'll port to Garbert because I think I can do both Garbert's hook, line, and sinker. Oh, he's over by Tal Bruinen. Okay. And then I need to do... Okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to take a steed to the scouts camp. We'll hold up the barrel at the ford. We'll go talk to the guy here, which is a road seldom traveled. Then we'll head over to the fisher guy. Yep. Thank you, Katie. Katie was kind enough to tell me exactly where the broom is. Sometimes nice. The question is what sections of the appendices will we get to hear next? We're just going to be going in order. Once my run with Sarah is complete on the show, James and I will open up Appendix B and cover the Tale of Years. And then after that, then there's a QAN. And then after that, we dive into the other appendices, Appendix C and D. I think E is the family trees, and so we don't do that one. Is it in this one? Scholars Guild, yeah. There we go. Thought I grabbed it. I did not. And let's break some ankles. Oh, I didn't break the ankles. That's good. Okay. That's Bilbo's room. So Hall of Fire's the other side. I got mixed up with which side was which. All right, Lindir. Or Bilbo.
I've another one for you. Oh, there you are.
Breath is needed, warning heeded. Some will arrive with sword and knife. My work is completed. Till once more I am needed. Breath is needed. Breath is needed, warning heeded. Okay, sword and knife works completed, so I'm wondering if we're talking about blacksmithing, in which case breath is needed. It's like a bellows, perhaps? Don't know. Well, whatever the case, they're tiring me, so we're gonna stop that. Instead, we're going to head out to the stable and take the stable to the scouts camp closer to the river, and from there, we'll complete those 3 quests and get ourselves to level 40. Perhaps it isn't just about leveling, of course, because you can do that easily enough. Oh, what's this? It's the riddle finder. He's all the way over there. The answer is somewhere in Rivendell. Okay. Well, that's nice. We'll tackle it when we get back. There's another view, by the way, of the last homely house. All right, stable master. Take me to the scouts camp on the high moor. From there, we'll go down. We'll use Glorfindel's barrel at the ford. Oh, he's got something for us. Oh, several quests.
You may be of service to me.
See, this is the thing. Everywhere you go, there are tons and tons of quests. Just going to remove some from the tracker for now. I suppose we should take some of these. These are just going to be, simple kill ones. You're going to have a hard time not killing 6 lynx, 6 sickle flies. I'm not going to try to kill them, but, anyone that I do turn in will count. So
Might you spare a moment of your time? Greetings, friend.
I'm not going to collect the rare flower. Okay. So we just have to kill badgers, bears, boars, sickle flies, and lynx. As we are headed down to the ford. Okay. So, pretty straightforward. Just kill these critters as we're headed down. Should be easy. And we'll just make our way down the hill, slaying critters as we go. Because it wouldn't be a LotRO quest if there weren't some creatures in the way for you to kill. To work on your deeds or to work on something. Oh, here, we'll use one of my fun skills, Bard's Arrow. Makes him run away. Oh, no, he's immune to fear? Nope, there he goes. He turns around. The vicious mountain bear. I don't really want to go far from the road here. Really don't need to. Huh, got a quest item there. Oh, it's a lynx hide. I can craft a cloak. So just like we killed that bear and took that bear skin and made a absolutely useless piece of armor, we can do the same with a lynx skin. What does Hilburn have for max quests? Oh, that's a very good point. Active quest 55. I can add some more slots, when I need to, but Hilburn's not going to be an uber completionist. We're going to be focusing primarily on the epic with, some easy to pick up along the way sort of quests in each of those regions. If only it was a friendly dancing Numenorian bear. If only this was a cat you could just pick up and... He's kind of like my murderous ginger. I have a orange cat that seems absolutely determined to kill me. Okay. You can see the river down there, by the way. I want to get over to close to the edge. I'm an uber completionist in other games, but not in this one. There's just too much to complete. But there's the Anduin. Or I'm sorry, the Cray Flood. Not the Anduin. We're on the wrong side of the mountains for that. I don't know where my brain pulled that from. Okay, it looks like we're going to get the bear quest right away, and almost about ready to get the lynx one too. There might not be any badgers, but they might be down near the riverside. There's the river. It's funny. I'm completing the road to Rivendell, but I'm leaving Rivendell. The Nazgul were denied passage across the Brunnen at this crossing. Yes, they were. Use Glorfindel's barrel. You hold the barrel of Glorfindel aloft, and it glows with a pale light. All right. Oh. Hold on a minute. Which one am I missing here? Well, let's cancel these. I'm not going to defeat bats in the South Trollshaws or go back to killing the Hillman of... Okay, we might do that eventually. A road seldom traveled. Ah, okay. Yeah, we're not going up to do the badgering, so we can just remove that one and add a road seldom traveled, because that's the quest that was just on the other side. There we go. So let's go ahead and do the quest guide for a road seldom traveled. We'll ford the Brunnen right here. There's the white stone. Now we're supposed to go to Talbrunnen, which I think we'll do by going to hook, line, and sinker first and then working our way back up. If I had to get an earworm stuck in my head from LotRO, which theme would it be? Ooh, that's a good question. They're all very good. I don't know. What does Garbert have to say?
What do you need?
Unusual to see a fellow fisherman this far down the Loudwater, but with the times being what they are these days. You say the elves sent you. I've had dealings with some of their folk, but I didn't know they thought so highly of me to send me business in my need. And that's it? Really? That was it. Okay. So now let's head back up to Tal Bruinen. You know, hold on. I'm just going to get lazy here. We're going to return to Thorenhad and then take a horse, take a stable, because I'm making y'all watch me run around, right? Let's have you watch me complete stories and quests. So we want to go to Echad Kandeleth to turn in that one. That'll do a road seldom traveled. Then we'll port back to Canadal to turn in the 3 that we completed, or the 2 that we completed for him. Then we'll go to Rivendell to turn in the barrel to Glorfindel, the armor, the lynx hide to the elven armor smith. Who's that guy? Oh, that's the guy we wanted to go to. Talk to an elf scout. Now, talk to Nestile. Okay. Go up the hill. Oh, there's a rock worm. Well, I guess we're going to have to take care of you, aren't we? Oh, wait. Aha, platinum no less. Just going through my inventory. Oh, I got some rep items and a... We should do a treasure box one of these days, just for fun. Have I done any treasure boxes with you all? I think I might have. Let's see. Who am I supposed to talk to? Nestile. Talk to Nestile. A road seldom traveled. Okay, now I could pick up a bunch of quests here and do a bunch of quests based out of here. And maybe I will later. Look, it's Candeleth. Candeleth is here. All right. That's why it's Echad Candeleth. All right. The earworm stuck in my head. I don't know. There's so many good tunes. But yeah, probably the main theme that comes in when you open up the game. It's just such a... All right, let's talk to Kenadal. We'll turn in the 2 that we finished.
Hail, friend, and well met. Sweet-eyed melon.
We'll probably drop... Well, let's see. Let's see if we just kill 2 more sickle flies since we're so close to them, right? 4 out of 6. And there aren't any. There we go. All right. And I want 1 more sickle fly. Let's find him. Just so we can turn that one in. I'm not going to worry about the other. Oh, there's not any vicious mountain bears, prowlers, and stalkers. Huh. All right. Well, too bad then. Yeah, Echad Candeleth really is a pretty area, isn't it? Da, 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 da. I'm just going to wander around a bit, see if I can find me a sickle fly. Oh, there's one. Hello, sickle fly. I'm so glad I found you. Do you mind if I kill you? I have a quest to fulfill. I'm sure you don't mind. Thank you. All right. We'll go turn this in. And then we'll head up to the Elven Armor Smith in Glorfindel. I'm having reasonable luck today. Yeah, I don't want to do any of the others. Okay. All right, so we're going to port over to Rivendell to the Elven Armorsmith. From there, we'll then head south to where we think we can find the answer to that riddle.
How can I be of service?
Okay, so now set that as our quest guide. And sure enough, it's just on the other side of the river. So we're going to have to go across the bridge and hang a right. This is really hard not to pick up every single quest, like in Echad Candeleth. Ah, good. We're not going to do that yet, but speaking to Glowin in the Misty Mountains, because soon we will be in the Misty Mountains. And hang a right again, cross the river. Oh, there's a skirmish camp down there. Oh, that's right. Need to do the skirmish system one of these days, show you how that works. Oh, that's right. I said I would do a loot box. So let's do that. Let's get off this dangerous bridge first, though, shall we? I don't feel like falling to my death here. Let's get over off the side of the road here. I'm pretty sure this is the area where the answer to that's going to be. All right. So in order for me to open that chest, I need to have a key, and I keep all my keys in my shared storage. So I'm just going to drag a key over. Okay. Let's see what we get. So this is basically your, it's kind of the loot system where you can spend real money to get cooler gear and such like that by buying these steel keys from the store. I typically only buy them I only ever buy them when they're on sale in the LotRO store. So I usually keep a stack of them on hand. And what do we get? All right. Now, normally I don't open these on characters that aren't much higher level because the gear, why bother, right? In this case, what do we get? We get a club that is nowhere near as good as the weapons I have equipped. We get the Mushroom Hunter's Garb, which I happen to already have in my wardrobe. What am I missing here? What am I missing? And then some motes of enchantment, and then a tome of extraordinary experience, which is nice. So I'm going to go ahead and disenchant the Mushroom Hunter's Garb because I already have some. I would tell him, but I don't think he'll be very keen. He already has one. All right. Oh, right on. A group has raided my stream. Hello and welcome. Welcome to the Prancing Pony Podcast Plays. I'm Alan, the man of the West from the Prancing Pony Podcast, and I am here in Rivendell, and I'm probably supposed to talk to Aragorn at some point, but really I'm just looking for the answer to Lindir's riddle because that's the silly thing that I'm trying to do here. What? What do you mean? Where's the answer to my riddle? All right. Let's see. Yeah, see, it's got to be around here somewhere, right? What am I looking for? Find the answer to Lindir's. All right, I'm just gonna. Katie, can you? Oh, that's that. I'm afraid of heights. Katie, if you could do me a huge favor and find out what I'm supposed to be looking for on this particular riddle. I think I decided it was like I thought it was like a little hand bellows, right? Breath is needed. Similar with sword and knife, my work is completed. But maybe not. Maybe it's... All right. In the meantime, I will talk to Aragorn. I will chat with Aragorn. And Katie tells me this is my first raid or visit from another streamer, so thank you for coming. Thank you for stopping by. I obviously PPP's been running for, almost a decade now, but for the last few months, I've been picking up these streams and just enjoying some time in Lord of the Rings Online. And today, well, let's see what Aragorn has to say. Elladan and Elro here are like brothers to me. Yes, they are like brothers to you.
Greetings.
Oh, that's a level 32 quest. I'm going to decline that because it's already gray. The book 6, chapter 1 is kind of ahead of where I'm at, right? So maybe I'll just hold off on that, right? Because book 5 will send me here automatically. So I'm supposed to find Boromir. There he is. Hello, Boromir.
What do you need?
A riddle out of Gondor. Oh, it's the badge of his rank, of course. A horn above the white tree of Gondor. And we'll just port over to Lindir. And from there, we'll talk with Glorfindel.
Sweet-eyed melon.
Oh, I must select one of the. Okay, fine. I'll take his utterly useless gauntlets that I will sell.
Greetings,
Oh, there's more. There's more. All right, Bilbo.
I've another one for you.
This was written by Elrond's wife, who isn't with us anymore, Bilbo. This might not be tactful. Long ago sailed into the west. Just before she departed, she inscribed these words, probably not meant as a riddle. It's funny. I completely forgot to chat with Boromir about all that time we spent together in Swanfleet because, of course, he was early in the story with me. The jewel of the moon enshrined in the water, for mother to daughter is given a boon. Ships sail to the west, forgetting all sorrow, landfall on the morrow, the Isles of the Blessed. All right. Well, since it tells me to go talk to Elrond, I think I shall. I mean, really, you can't go wrong with that. Oh, somebody just broke their ankles. Elrond's library. Hello. Let's see. I'm trying to think of where I was going next, but we'll just chat. We'll see what's going on with Elrond here. Wow, he's a busy guy. Those old words. This is what I'm thinking, Bilbo. I had hoped not to have those evil days recalled to me, says Lord Elrond, master of the place where you're currently living. Like, did you really think this is a good idea? But I know that Lindir must mean well. Well, Bilbo, not so much. If there was a legacy of her mother I could give to Arwen, I would do so gladly. And why am I not reading this in Elrond's voice? But the meaning of the words is a mystery to me, and those who might once have known have been gone for long years. I wonder at it, since this has come to my mind after so long a space. Glorfindel was present at the time these words were written. I've never thought to speak with him on the subject. Seek him by the falling water outside my house, and ask him the meaning of the old words. Perfect timing, because I got to talk to Glorfindel about his barrel. So here we are outside. So there's the last homely house. So it faces that way, right? So we're on the right side of it as you were facing it earlier. You can see down there the river leading its way through the valley. All right, Glorfindel, let's talk with you about both of these things. First of all, the riddle seeker. Had but Elrond inquired of me, I could have unraveled these last sad words of his wife long ago. There was a splendid white gem, a very jewel of the moon, as the verse says, which long ago was hidden away in a secret vault. This is Celebrion's legacy that was meant to go to Arwen. Even I do not know where this vault was hidden, but I am sure it could not have been far from Imladris. And now I'm supposed to go find it, right? The riddle itself is the key to the vault. If in your travels near Imladris you find a sealed vault, those words may offer you passage within. There should be a rock in front of the entrance. Place your hand upon the rock and recite the verse. Be surprised if the jewel is in the vale itself, as these carefully tended gardens and groves are too often frequented by the elves for vault to be easily hidden. Perhaps it's on the high moor. And then let's talk to him about the epic, right? Tell him what happened when we held the barrel up at the ford of Bruinen. Come on down to the Fort of Bruinen. 2.9% APR. All the cars on sale. You have returned, Hilburn. Thank you. Did you notice any change in the barrel I gave you when you arrived at the fort? The barrel began to glow? That is what I expected, and I am glad it was so, for it shall be our means of locating the Nazgul that remains hidden within the wilderness. The 9, servants of the enemy and shadows beneath his greatest shadow, are creatures of such evil that the land cannot bear their presence. This barrel will glow in places where they have been. It will allow us to follow the missing rider's trail. All right.
Will you lend me your ear?
And now I'm supposed to do more, of course. I'm supposed to go back to Eladan. Miriam, absolutely. We'll get a Glorfindel close-up here in a moment. I do not often travel into the wild, though I will do so when the need is great. As the Ranger Aragorn or his small friend Frodo Baggins could tell you, the sons of Elrond are better suited for directing your search for the missing Nazgul. I leave my barrel in your care for the time being, and ask you to return with it to Eladan at his camp of Thoronad. He will know where you should bring it to follow the traces of the Nazgul. Go with speed and with clarity of vision. The barrel will help you to find this stray servant of the enemy. But what will you do when you find him, I wonder? All right. So let's take a look real quick and see if there's a clue about the Riddle Master. Sure enough, there's actually a place off the main road, kind of halfway between here and the High Moor, where it indicates we might find that. I don't think I'm going to worry about rationing the company. We're going to just, we'll leave it up, but I'm not going to worry about it. Let's remove your Legend Grows, because we're not going to go to Bree at any point soon. You know, I just want to complete that epic. Don't you? Don't you want to see what's going on? So let's port over to Eladan in Thoronhad. Thank you for the kind words, Jonad. I've really enjoyed working on these voices. Look at that. Eladan right there. There's your Eladan close-up. And Elro here. Of course, he looks the same. They are twins.
What do you need?
The words of Lord Glorfindel are most wise, and his gift of this barrel brings me hope that we may be able to regain the trail of this missing Nazgul. You have my thanks, Hilburn. But now I must determine where we are to bring the barrel in order to reveal the Nazgul's location. Here we go. So we're going to get another buff, just like we had on that first mission. I'm going to get that Shimmering Elfstone again, because this is originally a fellowship quest that I'm going to be performing solo. I've given some thought to our riddle, Hilburn, and while I do not know if this is the answer, my heart tells me that we must exhaust this course before we can be sure it is fruitless. Many caves dot the wilderness of the Trollshaws, home to the creatures that give this place its name. The missing Nazgul suffered some grievous hurt when caught between the fires of Glorfindel and the Ranger Aragorn and the waters of Bruinen, and he must have escaped to some secluded corner of the wild to regain his strength. I believe he fled to one of the troll caves. I will write down the names and locations of 3 caves. Descend into the deepest chamber of each and hold Glorfindel's barrel aloft. We must learn if the Nazgul hid within one of these caves in order to pick up his trail. Bring allies to these caves, for the trolls that lurk within are dangerous. Here are my notes. So, there are going to be 3 caves, Torograd, Nurath, and Thingroth. And I'm not even going to, I'm just going to remove these others because those don't matter. All right, we've got the quest and his notes. His notes tell me the Cave of Nurath, at the base of the slope that rises to Thoronhad, walk east along the rolling hills. If you were to follow the slope as it rises on your left, you would come in time to the ruins of Ostondal. Instead, when you see the line of stonework on the cliff's edge, look to your right. You will see Nurath among the rocks. Torograd, not far from the last bridge. And the Cave of Thingroth is not far from Torograd. So we're going to start then with the one closest to us, the Cave of Nurath. Now they are marked with rings, but the idea is that if you actually take the time to read what he says, you'll find it's a lot easier to actually get where you're going. In this case, looking at it again for this nearby one, we'll go down to the slope that comes up to Thoronhad. We're going to walk east along the hills. And when we see the line of stonework on the cliff's edge, look to your right, you'll see Nurath among the rocks. checking to see if I can catch up anything in chat there. I wonder if there's a faster way to get here from here, but gonna make our way over to this cave. I mean, okay, fine. We'll kill the bear because he's gonna be in the way. I really don't want to have to. Oh, hey, metal. As anybody will tell you who's been following this stream for any length of time, I tend to go after the resource nodes. Hey, what do you know? More stone trolls. These are the easy ones. Or as I like to think of them, the Bilbo trolls, because they really just aren't very challenging. There's the cave. Thank you for stopping by, Miriam. Glad you could. Okay. This is where I can use the elf stone. Now, remember, I was in this place before. Oh, that's the barrel, not the elf stone. Where's the elf stone? There it is. I remember thinking, oh, this is bad. Like, there's a really tough thing, you know? You cannot invoke inspiration here. Well, that's odd. Oh, it's because I already inspired it. That's why. I accidentally double tapped it or something. Okay, caves. I always feel claustrophobic, like what's around the next corner, you know? Oh, hey, hello. Tough little guy for a hobbit. The Kur-Olog Mangler. Oh, there's another one. Pin him in place just to make sure he can't get close to me. Good music again. I wonder how many hours of total music this original music this game includes. It's a lot. Thank you for stopping by, Catherine. You have reached the deepest chamber of Nurath. So I need the barrel. It remains dark. So now we need to go to the other caves. So basically, we just need to find our way out. Hopefully, those critters will not have respawned, at least not very quickly. And we'll make our way to the next cave system. Actually, you know what? Why don't we... Oh, I can't return there because it's still on cooldown. Do I have a guide to any place that's close by? Thorin's Hall, Bree, Swanfleet. Not really. You know what, though? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to return to Bree, take a horse over to the last bridge. Again, no point to make you watching me walk everywhere. Let's go kill some orcs. Or trolls. Okay, so eventually we need to make our way back to the to the last bridge. So for that, we go to Southbury. Dun, 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 dun. That's an earworm tune, the Brie tune. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Troll Shaws. Oh, I can only go to the river. That doesn't make any sense. I bet I can go from Ostgaruth. I bet I can then go to the last bridge. Yeah, the Brie music's fantastic. Just catchy and comforting and home, you know? The Lone Lands. And the last bridge, sure enough. It's my job to attempt to make all the weird animal noises in this game. All right. Now there's a ring here, but I seem to remember this was a quest that was like a line I didn't want to follow. Yeah, it's a fellowship quest without a boost, so we're not going to take that. All right. Huh. Well, that's funny because it says not too far from the last bridge, but that's a long way away from the last bridge. All right. I don't know how that panel came up. Let's take a look at the cave of Torograd, not far from the last bridge. Leave the road and strike north into the wild. East of Ostdurgon, you will find a space between the hills that will allow you passage north. A gentle slope on your left rises to Torograd. Thank you again, Aubrey. Really, really appreciate you stopping by. Always welcome. Thank you again. How do I get off the road here? Apparently it's going to be a while before I can. There's Ostdurgon. So apparently right about here. Okay. That's where I'm going to be looking for a path to the north that will eventually lead me to Torograd, where, if I'm lucky, I'll be able to finish both Torograd and Fingroth before this stream has to end. All right. Let me read that note again. Leave the road, strike north. East of Ostdurgon, you will find a space between the hills that will allow you passage north. East of Ostdurgon. Okay, so further over there. Okay. I'd get on horseback, but I have a feeling I'd end up pulling a bunch of mobs at some point and getting off my horse only to have like 20 of them chasing me. This sort of elvish music here in the Troll Shaws. It's this is sort of the Rivendell theme, if I'm not mistaken. It's very pretty, though. Certainly feels very elvish. Which stable did I? Not sure that I did. I thought I did. Oh, you're talking about the one up here. Yeah, the scouts camp. Yeah, I did. I'd forgotten about that. I could have probably taken the horse there. The North Troll Shaws. There we go. Without inspiration, those guys are a little tougher to kill. Yeah, I'm already most of the way there anyway. Oh, even the whiskerbacks are elite now. Guess that's when you know you're in fellowship territory. All right, we're going to set a trap since these guys are a little buffed. And then slow him down. Pin him. I like traps. All right. I think I see a cave up there. I'm trying to remember where my home campfire is set right now. It is Nantornaeth, which actually might be a good idea for the other camp, but I don't know. Or the other cave, but I'm pretty close to it. Oh, got knocked out. Oh, hey, if they're going to reward me with some resources, well, I'm going to take that. Okay. Let's head on into Torograd. And yeah, I have a feeling this is going to be one of these things where... Oh, come on. Come on. Until I'm a little further in, it probably won't let me do inspiration. There we go. Oh, am I already inspired? Well, that's weird. Says if I'm not in a fellowship, I could take inspiration, but it's not letting me do that so far, and I'm almost... Oh, there we go. Now I'm inspired. For a minute, I thought I was almost dead. It was just that my morale had gone up. Hadn't had a chance to generate it yet. All right. It's a 15-minute duration. I only have 3 minutes left. I better hurry. This cave looks a little more complicated than the other one. A little less strictly linear, but maybe not. Well, that's not very cool. I think I'm back to where I started here. Okay, so this way then. Yep, this way. The music does such a good job of telling you you're in danger. If there is a cooldown on the inspiration, I could be in trouble. I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. I'm down to less than 2 minutes of inspiration. I think it'll just mean I'll have to re-click it, so I just have to be very careful as to when this actually happens. In the meantime, kill as many of them as I can before that inspiration chills out. Ooh, a Kura Ulag Ancient. Okay, well, let's find out what you do. We'll pin you so that you stay in place. Thank you very much. All right. You've reached the deepest chamber. It remains dark. All right, let's get out of here since inspiration's only going to last another 47 seconds. Let's just hope he doesn't see me. All right. Oh. Let's see here. Let's look at the note. Okay, inspiration's going to wear off here in just a few seconds. It's gone now. Now I can't do it. Yep. So I cannot receive the inspired effect for another 10 minutes. So the inspiration cooldown is 10 minutes and the inspiration buff is 15. Given that, so Thingroth is not far from Torograd, but the ruins are known to be thick with stone trolls. You can pass through the Arch of Osbelgram and travel a short way north to Throniel, currently scouting the North Trollshaws. She can guide you to Thingroth. Choose to avoid those dangers, pass further east. All right. Why don't I see where my fire or my campfire takes me? That creepy music. All right. That's what I thought. Okay. So what I can do is go to this stable master and then make my way over. And actually, I don't know that I did get that stable master. So let's find out. No, I did not. North Trollshaws. I'm going to have to pay for that one, but that's okay. Disappointing part now is that I won't be able to be inspired for 10 minutes.
Greetings to you.
Oh, lots of cool things. So we can defeat cave claws, bog lurkers, Huorns, and of course stone trolls. Now, we're not going to go up in that area, but some of those might be between here and there. Nope, doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it at all. All right. Is this a campfire I can set? No, it is not. I was trying to think what I could go do for 10 minutes while my cooldown takes place. See if I can finish this quest before the end of the end of the day. We're going to remove all those for now, just because I'm pretty unlikely to be in those areas of the North Trollshaws for now. Let's see. Using return skills and stables, what can we tackle here? Is there anything else in the epic? No, I'm not going to go to Evendim Effect. Just cancel that quest. Anything that's gray, except for class ones. Yeah, those are fellowship quests, so I'm just going to cancel that. All right, so we've got Glorfindel Company. That's in Tinnadir, so we'll complete that another time. Riddle game. Badgers, which we're not going to do. And boars, which we're not going to do. All right, so really, it's go up to the High Moor and try to find the Lost Elf Vault. Because I've got to sit around and kill how much more time? 6.5 minutes? Go to Bree for the hunter thing? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Because it is a portable quest. By that meaning I can port to it. So let's turn that into Flambard. Hello, Flambard. You're so much more. Pleasant company than trolls.
How do you do?
What? Well, that was weird. Let's try that again.
A lovely day, isn't it?
You may have noticed that I have in my possession a number of books that may help you to become a better hunter. Now that you're ready to read them, you should buy these books and learn what they have to teach you. Which is funny because I'm pretty sure there's nothing. Oh, yeah, that's right. He can buy stuff now. Any other books that I can buy? No, I don't think so. Quest items. There we go. Shot in the dark. And that gets used. And now I have a deed. Talk to Legolas in Rivendell. The furthest charge. Talk to Legolas in Rivendell. And the Way of the Hunter. Talk to Legolas in Rivendell. So these are hunter quests that are going to be, you know, higher level than I'm at right now. So, Louis, pleasure to see you. I'm glad you could be here. Why don't we go talk to Legolas in Rivendell? Since clearly the game wants me to do that. Oh, hey, look, there's an undead guy running around. It's the Lost Shade. Makes me feel like I'm at Disneyland, like he's some sort of animatronic Lost Shade. Because, you know, he's harmless. All right. We're going to port over to Rivendell.
Greetings.
Troll Shaws, Rivendell Stables. Though with one of those quests being purple and one of those being red, clearly I'm, you know, these are higher level things that I'm really ready for at this point, but that's okay. Let's pick up these stables. Even though we've been in Rivendell, we haven't done this before. All right, so last homely house. Where is Legolas? Is he in the guys realize I don't know where Legolas is? Is he over in the guest quarters? Where is Legolas? I don't remember. He's in the guest quarters, so I went to the wrong part of town. Of course he is. Well, I'll just get on my horse and go over there. Ah, the stars at night in Imladris. I'm thinking a modern engine with this game, and you know, an actual night sky as opposed to just a graphic, you know, a simple image. Wait a minute, am I going out? Yeah, I'm going out. I didn't mean to do that. Went the wrong way. It's night, you know, getting a little lost. Hello, Legolas. Let's try a shot in the dark first, since that's... Oh, my. I have to find pages of a journal. I remember these now. They are a right pain in the butt. I mean, I'll start them all because they'll just run in the background, but I am not going to be tracking those. All right. We still have a few minutes on the cooldown for inspiration. Oh, only 1 minute. Okay. Well, if that's the case, maybe we should head over to the Scouts camp in the North Trollshaws. Rivendell is a beautiful place. Absolutely. I love this view of the last homely house from across the river. The waterfall in front of it. Just don't fall. But yeah. There we go. What a view that is, isn't it? Just fantastic. All right, let's head down, find a stable master, and we'll go to the North Trollshaws and head over. It's going to be an interesting challenge, though, because the inspiration is only going to be accessible to me once I'm in the cave. And that means I'm going to be going through some pretty fellowship-focused areas first. Where's that stable? Okay. And that's going to make it, well, dangerous, shall we say. All right, so Scouts Camp, North Trollshaws. Let's give it a try. It has been X days since I've fallen off a bridge. Yes, Louis, it is all original music. Yeah. Composed for the game by a number of very, very talented people. All right. Yeah, see, I can't access that inspiration right now. Hold on. If I'm going to put myself in danger, I'm going to use some of my destiny to make getting to level 40 a little easier. Oh, that's a long fall. Oh, okay. At least I'm not dead. I was beginning to fear that was actually going to be a fatal fall. Can't really see where I'm headed here. Oh, maybe I'll get lucky. Figure out how to find this cave without having... Oh, there it is. Oh, but there is a giant spider for sure. Let's take care of that thing. We'll pin it first. Creepy as heck. That's right, spider. I've trapped you. How do you feel about that? All right. It's not Clegger. Wow, Katie. Wow. Wow. It's not Clegger. Can I be inspired, please? There we go. Little elf stone. There we go. Oops, wrong skill. And let's see what happens here. Take him down. Yeah. Inspiration's already been invoked, so I don't need to worry about it. Let's make our way to the deepest spot of this cavern. Louis, my character's name is Hilburn. He is a river hobbit. He is a hunter and has made his way up to level 39 here. He's gotten his way through the opening area of Swanfleet and Cardaland, found his way to Bree, also found his way to Rivendell, which has been wonderful. I've spoken with Elrond, moved along with some quests, and right now Hilburn is assisting in a search for that last of the Nazgul that was dismounted at the Grey Flood. I would describe Hilburn as resilient, a little afraid, incredibly clever, solution-oriented, likes to shoot things, reach the deepest chamber of Thinggroth. Okay, Glorfindel's barrel. Come on. Hold it aloft. You hold it, but it remains dark. Now we go back to Eladon. You've done as I asked, Hilburn, and for that I am grateful. Nay, do not frown so. Had you not searched the caves, we could never be sure that the Nazgul was not hiding within, waiting for his time to strike anew. Now we have eliminated some of his possible hiding places, and for that we should be pleased. I will take Glorfindel's barrel and return it to him. For you, I have another avenue of inquiry, and it could be this one will bear fruit. And, of course, I have a choice of prizes. Really, none of them are all that great. I'll just take this thing that I'll sell later. While you are searching the Stone Troll Caves, a productive search, do not be dismayed that you do not reveal the Nazgul's location. I received word from Barachen in the South Trollshaws. My brother dispatched him to watch over the lands south of the road, and it seems that duty has been rewarded. Barachen has reported seeing one of the wandering Onodrim. That's one of the Ents. If this is so, older and wiser eyes than our own may have seen the passing of the Nazgul and could tell us much. Travel west along the road that runs through the South Trollshaws. Barachen has scouts along the road, and one of them can direct you to his camp. Barachen can then tell you where to find our wayward Onodrim. Of course, we already know our way to Barachen's camp. In fact, actually, let's see if we can turn in a task and push us over that little level 40 marker right there. What do we have in our task quest, our task carry-all? Quite a few of everything. But what do they want here, right? Elves of Rivendell want broken long swords. I could do that. Boom. Level 40. Thank you, Louis. Thank you for stopping by. Deed completed. I've reached level 40. New skirmish available. I'm going to go ahead and do some more tasks just because I'm here, right? Do we need any... Let's see. Fine feathers? No? How about fine furs? Oh, we got tons of fine furs. Really, that's all we need is to turn in more fine furs. We'll quickly hit the task limit. Ooh, a gift for a hero. Let's find out what that is in a moment. This should get us even closer to kindred status. Or ally status, I should say. We're now at our task limit. Okay, fair enough. All right. Let's take a look and see what we got a universal optional crafting ingredient. That's a nice little thing to get. It means that when we have a character making something, you can use that and guarantee critical success. I will put that in my consumables folder of my shared items. And then let's see, what is this gift for a hero? Some enhanced XP supplies. That's actually nice because it's sort of the blue bar that I was buying with Destiny that gives you that acceleration. I can just apply that now. And then some more disposables or consumables, I should say, but they are not bound to the account, but to the character. So I'll have to put those in his folder here. Oop. The old familiar general error. All right. Let's see here. We're getting close enough to 3 o'clock that I'm probably going to call it fairly soon. Let me go ahead, just so I can see this a little better. I'm going to open up my shared storage, and I'm going to drop in the rep items. And I think that's then these. And then I've got a crafting item that I'll never use. That's the Fragments of Dunedain script. I shouldn't say I personally, I mean Hilburn. The rest I can just sell. Not the platinum ore, thank you very much. Not the dwarf ore. Yeah, we can sell the atoms. We got a ton of those. That's always useful to keep. My jeweler will like that. The logs and the hides. My woodworker will like that. All right. Put that back over here. Let's open that shared storage again so I can put some of those other items for others of my characters. In this case, the critical success items for tailors, jewelers, weaponsmiths, it's like that. All right. Okay, so now that's handled. Let me go ahead and also open up in my own personal vault the level 40 stuff that I'd had my alts create. So again, I'm just going to drag this inventory bag over here to make it a little easier for you all to see. So giving him a new bow, a new dagger, and a new axe. You might wonder, why didn't I make 2 daggers? It's because these items have a cooldown when you make them. So my weaponsmith, once he made one of these weapons, it's a guild level weapon. I think it's either a 3-day or 7-day cooldown. Then we have some jewelry that works well at this level, and then a full set of armor. Thank you, the punker. Appreciate it. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy the game. I feel like it's kind of gone under the radar for newer fans to the Legendarium because it is such an older game. I mean, it's celebrating its 18th anniversary right now. So, yeah, but it's a fantastic game and just a great opportunity to experience Middle-earth. All right, let's see. So right now we're going to go add this bow, which will give us another increase to our critical rating, as well as our damage. Oh, yeah. He's getting good. All right, so we got a couple bracelets to use. And 1 earring. Again, it was that I couldn't... let's see which one. That I couldn't make 2 of them because they, again, the cooldown. Let's replace that one, of course. And then for the armor, it's easy. Just, there's not 2 slots for things. All right. Now we can sell what's there. Yeah, he's all specced up now. Level 40 stuff across the board. Still weak as can be compared to... It's so funny when you load up like a cap level character and you see his numbers and you're like, well, that's ridiculous. In fact, I'll just give you an idea of what I'm talking about. So right here you see his morale, which is essentially his life, right? That many hit points if you want to get it as simple as it can be. 1,200 and some change. And he's got agility of 228, which contributes, if you can see the tiny fine print, points to physical mastery, critical rating, all those very important things. And critical rating then helps determine things like the critical chance as well as how much a critical hit causes additional damage. So that's why for a hunter, agility is so great. Just for fun, before we leave, what's my agility at? I don't know what Hilburn's agility is at. That's the problem. I just logged off. Unfortunately, didn't see that in time. But let's take a look at my primary, sort of my pseudo main. Dirthal's really my main. This captain right here, this human captain. I made him, 18 years ago and change, or 17 years ago and change. But Halagrim is the guy I probably play the most, and he is at cap. And he's a hunter with some I was going to say some decent gear, but not really. I mean, I don't do any raiding. I don't do any end game stuff. And so I don't have the best gear. But I do tend to spec, make him a little bit of a glass cannon. I don't worry as much about his durability. I worry about, killing things as quickly as possible. And let's take a look. So when you see silly numbers, this is what I'm talking about. Oh, his morale is almost 200,000. So as you level up and up, the characters just get more and more ridiculous. And in this case, his agility is 32,000, right? So that means that whenever I'm looking at an on level enemy, I'm have a 31% chance, almost a 1 in 3 chance of either a critical or devastating hit, because my agility is so high. The physical mastery, so even just basic attacks are increased by 175%, or I'm sorry, 184% because of the that skill boost. So that's what I'm talking about with crazy numbers at the end game. I don't do any rating at all. Maybe we'll try that sometime down the road, but I'm going to log out of this because I don't want you to see Umbar yet. I can't believe I've just ported you to Umbar. So, all right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and exit the game. And we're going to turn that off. Bring the chat back over here. And then I'm going to turn on the chat overlay so we can catch up with our folks from the other platforms. So those of you on Twitch will be able to see what the folks on YouTube have been saying and vice versa. And then if anybody has any questions before I wrap up for the day. I'm scrolling up real quick just to see if there's anything. Yep. Katie, thank you for a shout out to the composers. I saw that you mentioned Chance Thomas and then Bill Champagne, whose work I'm not as familiar with because, of course, when I got in, it was all Chance Thomas, and really, really enjoyed listening to all of that. All right. Well, folks, this was another fun stream. It's really great to see Hilburn growing. I can't believe he's already level 40. That terrifies me because it means that Angmar can't be too far away. That is a really unpleasant place to be, but we'll power through somehow. In fact, I'm tempted when I'm not doing a stream, I'm tempted to sort of over level Hilburn and then focus only on the epic as we get through Angmar because it's such an unpleasant place. And then we'll see where it goes. Yep. Fair enough, Katie. I just meant I didn't know that it was he who did it. I know that Chance Thomas, was no longer involved after quite a few years ago now. But yeah, great stuff. So we'll see what goes on, but that's down the road. I'll see you all again Tuesday. That's just 3 days from now at 6 p.m. Pacific time for some sort of a stream. Again, I just have not had the chance to look at other options, so probably going to stick around with this for a little bit more time. It's just so much fun. And then we'll see about switching over to a tabletop thing soon enough. I know that once I break out, let's say the Rivendell kit for Lego, that's all I'm going to be streaming for weeks because it's going to take up that whole table. So I don't know that I want to do that until I'm ready to do that. But thank you again for stopping by. And like Katie said, thank you again for those who rated. I really, really appreciate it. It's just so much fun to have folks stop by. And if you've never listened to the show, give it a go. It's hopefully the kind of thing that'll help you enjoy Lord of the Rings Online more, as well as, of course, Middle Earth as a whole and the rest of the works of Tolkien. Yeah. As little time in Angmar as possible. That's always a good goal. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and we'll see you again soon.